Hey there guys, this is Pharaoh2091, and welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Last time we left off, we started a trial once again for Juniper Woods, because of course she's accused of bombing courtroom number 4, but also now prosecution is saying that she was the one who attacked Apollo, which we know that can't be the case. And just before we left off, we were saying, where was the case before, or like when Apollo's attack? And the only place that would make sense is exactly where the bloody message was written. So how could Apollo have done it? And also, if I haven't explained before, anyone who's played an Ace Attorney game or any game in the series, this little green bar here is basically our health meter, where anytime we get something wrong, present wrong evidence, don't point out something correctly, we get a penalty. And once this is all gone, we get an automatic guilty verdict and it's a game over. So please avoid that. So yeah, this is where the case was before. Your Honor, I assert that this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault. But that's inconceivable! Miss Woods, was this where the transport case was when you saw it? Yes. Yes, that's where it was. Thank you, Miss Woods. I'm sure the court has noted an interesting fact about this position. The transport case covers up the writing in blood! Exactly! If the transport case was in that position at the time of the assault, then no message could have been written there, because the case was in the way! Which leads us to conclude that Mr. Justice couldn't have left that bloody writing. Why should we believe the defendant's claim that the case was in a different position? She's obviously lying! Oops, sorry about that, folks. The fact that the case was moved after assault on Mr. Justice is proved by more than Miss Wood's testimony alone. What? Hey, where's this proof you're talking about? It's right here in the crime photo. I'm keen to see this proof myself, Mr. Wright. What in this photo indicates that the transport case was moved after the assault? Well, I see tire the tracks from here, but we got the thing. I guess the key thing here is after the assault happened. So it's assumed that we can't assume, but it's saying that Apollo was in this position already. So if we follow the tracks, you can see that. Yep, right there. Yeah, it looks like it ran over the bandages. So that pretty much indicates that hey, it was moved while he was already laying down. I assume if I clicked anywhere else, it wouldn't have mattered because it's like, okay, maybe it was moved, but at what time was it? But this indicates that it was moved after the assault. Please take a look at the mark that runs over Mr. Justice's bandages here. I see it, but what is it? This mark was made by one of the casters from the transport case carrying the bomb. As the case was moved, it ran over the bandages. In other words, the transport case was originally to the right of Mr. Justice. Then after Mr. Justice was assaulted, the transport case was moved. What? Just as Mr. Woods said, the case was covering the writing at the time of the assault. Therefore, it was impossible for Mr. Justice to have left that message in blood. No! I wish and I hope that toupee is going to fly off at the end of this case. I'm pretty sure it will. You did it, boss. It was a real nail-biter, but you pulled it off. Yep. That should bring down the prosecution's claim like a house of cards. Heard it was a good show. Never watched it, though. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, that was a very clever deduction. Aw, it was nothing, Your Honor. Nothing but pure genius. Take that! Boss, I'm sensing a definite smug and braggy vibe coming off you. I have just one question, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? If Mr. Justice didn't leave this message in blood, then who did? Uh-oh. Huh? What? Yep. This isn't good for us, is it? Oh! Well... looks like I should have taken that train of thought through to the last station. Oh, come on, Phoenix, you can figure this out. Well. I've heard a lot about this. So this is Mr. Wright's famous bluffing technique, is it? Ah, this feeling. It brings back memories of the old days. Back when you carved out a name for yourself by bluffing your way through thick and thin. Gee, Mr. Wright, the judge kind of makes you sound to be no better than a two-bit con man. You made your argument with such confidence, Mr. Wright. Now I'd like to hear your answer with just as much confidence. Hey, until the judge asked the question, you didn't catch on either, Buster. What now, boss? I hope you didn't bluff your way into a corner. Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way through this. I had to dig my way to the truth somehow. Who could have written that message in blood? The only thing that comes to mind is I can't be Apollo himself. Why the hell would he do that? But the only thing that can come to mind is whoever attacked him, so the culprit. If Apollo didn't leave that bloody writing, maybe it was Apollo's attacker who wrote it and made it look like Apollo did it? That seems like the most reasonable explanation. But wait a minute, I just realized something, boss. What is it? Look at the amount of blood in the photo. It doesn't look like Apollo bled very much. I wonder if it's even possible to write out Woods of just as much. Hey, you're right. Good thing Apollo didn't lose that much blood. That might be a factor in why he survived the assault. And since there was so little blood, that pretty much rules out his attacker, huh? I guess so, but if it wasn't his attacker, then who else could have been? Who could have written that message in blood? Huh. Someone else, then. If it wasn't Apollo, who could have left a bloody message? Oh, shoot. Well, here's the thing. I want to say Ted Tenate because, you know, come on, guys, we all know it's him. It has to be. Issue is, what evidence do we have proving that it is him? That's my issue. So, who else could have left it? I mean, no. Shoot. Can I go back? Oh, wait. Oh, you know what? I forgot to explain. This is the transcript button, if you want to say, or like in a feature where basically you can go over what was said beforehand. So that kind of does help if you need it. No, I want to go back. Oh crap! I gotta choose somebody. Shoot. I don't have any evidence for anyone though. Well, let's just choose this. Yeah, but I messed up. If that penalty marker is still up there when you do that, then you're gonna get it wrong. This person left the bloody writing? Hey, what do you base his claim on? Do I really need to base my claim on something? Boss? Of course you do! Don't tell me you don't have anything at all to back up your assertion. Nothing in particular, really. Oh boy, here we go. That won't do, Mr. Wright, but a penalty will make up for your deficiency very nicely. Ah, shoot. Ah! So it wasn't Apollo or his attacker. When you think about who was at the crime scene, there's only one other person who wrote it. Who could it really be? Oh yeah, wasn't there another person who shed blood at the crime scene? Oh. So another person who was at the crime scene and left a lot of blood. Issue is, the only people we knew that were there for sure were Apollo, Juniper, and then the body of Candace Arm. She left a lot of blood, but why would she leave a message though? But it's the only thing that makes, I guess, any sense at the moment. She left a lot of blood. To be honest, I don't actually have any real proof of this, but I've come this far. There's no turning back now. Besides Apollo, there's one more person who shed blood at this crime scene. A person who shed blood? You don't mean... Oh, but I do. I believe it was Candace Arm who left behind this message in blood. What? Well, okay. What? Detective Arm? Are you sure you know what you're doing here? Not really? What kind of ridiculous assertion is that? If you had said that the attacker left a message to throw people off, it might have made sense. At first glance, that would seem to be the most reasonable explanation. However, Apollo didn't shed enough blood to write such an extensive message. Uh-oh. Ah, I see. Even the photo makes it clear there wasn't enough blood to write all those letters. And Mr. Justice did survive. I suppose he didn't bleed very extensively in that case. But why would Detective Arm write the defendant's name? There's no connection between the two whatsoever. And it is true. I mean, she said it herself. She doesn't know the lady. And yep, his investigation didn't bring up anything between the two. They had never even met each other. Oh, that's very true. Well then, let's see. Then maybe the intended meaning of the message is not what it appears to be. The intended meaning? Not what it appears to be? Maybe the message was not intended to be Woods. Coming from you, that's quite the bold statement, Mr. Wright. You wish to assert that this bloody writing could have been some other meaning? Yes, Your Honor. For something I pulled out of a wormhole, it could turn out to be true, right? It clearly says Woods, as anyone can plainly see. What other meaning could it possibly have? Objection! But Candace Arm was a detective. Maybe Woods only means something to the police. Like a police scanner code, for example. I didn't think of that. You may have tricked His Honor, but you'll never get the best of me. I have a thing for studying on the weekends, as you may have already guessed. And there is no such radio code as Woods in this state, dear Mr. Wright. Is that a fact? Don't look at me. I know as much as you do about police codes. Enough of this. I was quite taken with the defense's new theory. But if they can't substantiate it with anything, then most anything's here. No! Please wait, Your Honor. Very well, but before we discuss this theory any further, I demand a plausible explanation. So, Mr. Wright, what is the true meaning of this bloody writing? Well, I believe it's... And no stalling! If you can't come up with an answer quickly, I will declare this discussion officially over. I'm in trouble now. What other meaning could it have besides the obvious one? Maybe it means something in another language. Or maybe it's a code? Think, Phoenix. You can do this. Which piece of evidence will tell us what the word Woods really means? Well, I'm not sure. I guess we have a piece of evidence that says it, but I guess I gotta take a look at all the evidence here, and I'm looking for anything. I mean, is it like an anagram, or is it... Let's see here. Anything on the elephant itself? It just says guilty, the timer. Let's see. Could it be the dimensions? Well, that wouldn't really want to make sense, would it? No, I guess not. No, nothing on the writing there. Well, there is this writing here at L10015R. And I guess if you kind of look at it, it could kind of spell out Woods. I mean, of course, the 2 zeros being O's, and maybe the 5 and the 1 and the 5 could be like a D together, and R could be an S. Although I would think that, and that 5 would be more of an S, but that actually makes a little bit of sense there. I'm just going to check the other one real quick. Well, trying to compare the two. You know, I think that's the only thing it couldn't be. It's a little bit of a stretch, but I think this is it. Take that. The bomb transport case. I've had it up about here with your shenanigans, Mr. Wright. Take a look at the numbers on this case, Your Honor. L10015R. Doesn't the string look vaguely familiar? L100. What does that have to do with anything? What could those numbers possibly have to do with the case at hand? Now please take a look at the bloody writing shown in the crime photo. Oh, I think I see it. That a girl. That's one on my side. It says Woods. Or you could say it's a horse, so a different color, Your Honor. The first character isn't a W. It's actually an L and a 1. The next two are zeros. Oh! Oh my goodness! The true meaning behind the bloody writing isn't Miss Wood's name. It's the number engraved on this bomb transport case. What are you talking about? The next part doesn't make any sense. The next number is a 1, but the bloody writing says D. Objection! I think I put the two together. But the number on the case on the bloody writing can be made to match up quite easily. This is how the number on the transport case can be made to match the bloody writing. Hold on a minute. let me look at the thing here real quick. So how can we make a 1 look like a D? Or is that what we're trying to say here? Oh, let me look at the transport thing here real quick. The next number is a 1, but the bloody writing says D. So, yeah, you can just erase one of the lines, right? Yeah, erase the curve and boom. All you gotta do is erase one line of writing from the writing. Erase one line from where? Oh, anywhere you like. No, that's not right. Damn it. Anywhere you like. Alright, I'll erase one of the O's. O's? What is that supposed to mean? Your state of mind. I believe it stands for wise, optimistic, dauntless, and serene. Boss, what in the world? There's no time to be there's no time for a psychology test. Ah, jeez, I can't say my state of mind is exactly serene right now, Mr. Wright. Shoot. Okay, hold on a minute. I guess erasing just one line won't do the trick. Mr. Wright, please refrain from making things as you go along, and now try again. I don't think reading it backwards it does anything, right? Let me check that again. Although, would erasing anything make any sense? Oh, damn it! I think I have it, so it's not... I don't think I can word it properly. I think I'm erasing two lines then. There we go. How the hell was I looking at this? Okay, please erase the third downward stroke of the W and the curved part of the D. Oh, okay. Okay, I was looking at it a little bit differently. Okay, never mind. I think I was being a little, like, strict there to myself, saying, how can a curvature be a line? But, whatever. Well, would you look at that? Lose? No, Your Honor. It isn't meant to be read as a word. It's the number L10015, which, if you take away the final R, is the exact same number that's on the bomb transport case. Erase two lines and they match up, you say. Well, I can change anything to anything else simply by erasing two lines. What if we erase two lines from your name? Would you be happy as Mr. Wright? Well, would you, Mr. Wright? The only right spelling is right. Okay, doing pretty well here, I think. And I think I've drawn the right conclusion. Detective Arm's real message to us is the bomb transport case number. Your Honor, the two lines were added by the real culprit to intentionally mislead people. What? The original message Detective Arm left behind was a transport case number, and whoever assaulted Apollo changed the message. If you're right, boss, then what do you suppose Detective Arm was trying to tell us? Good question. What does this number represent? And yeah, it's his identification number. Candace Arm lost her life in the courtroom bombing. Her dying message could have only had one purpose. No! To tell us the name of the one responsible for the bombing. Oh, who could it be, I wonder? Well, don't keep us in suspense, Mr. Wright. Tell us who she was trying to name. The culprit that the victim was trying to identify is none other than... You all know who it is. But we'll input the correct answer in the next episode, guys, because, honestly, well, what other place would I want to put it, you know? Because I have a feeling if I do it right now, then it's going to drag on and the video just keep going there. So, perfect place to stop it. And next time, we'll finger the correct culprit of this case. So, as usual, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. I'll see you guys later.